If you're watching this video right now, I know you want to make an academic comeback. You want to be able to get the best grades of your life. Make 2025 the best year that you've ever had so that you can get your dream results and get into that dream university that you want to get into. I know that feeling all too well because when I was in IGCSE year 10, I was literally averaging B's and C's. So my goal for this video is to get you where you are right now to where I'm at right now, or even higher. I want you to become even better than me because I genuinely want you to succeed. And so that's why I've created this video. As I'm recording this right now, it is December 12th. As I'm recording this right now, it is December 30th of 2024, one day before 2025. And so if you want to transform 2025 into the best academic year of your life, make the greatest academic comeback that will literally shock all of your friends and family and your teachers, then please keep watching this video. The first thing that you need to do is to find your purpose. I'm gonna ask a question that might provoke your thought for a little bit. Why are you even studying in the first place? Why are you putting yourself through so much effort? Why are you doing this? I'm not trying to harass you or anything, but I really want you to think, why am I doing this? Why am I studying? What do I want to achieve? And if you're like me, I know deep down inside, you want to do it for your parents. I understand that feeling. I just want to help my parents. My parents have raised me since I was a little child, and it would be a waste for me to not give back to them. So to do that, I needed to get into a good university. And so I set this really big goal of I wanted to get into Cambridge. Safe to say I did not make that resolution, but because I'm here right now in HKU, but I will say this. Set big goals, because if you shoot for the moon and you miss, you will still be among the stars. The second thing is that you need to learn how to study more effectively. Before we even get into the little techniques on how to study more effectively, you need to understand how, when, and where you're going to study. Because without a plan in mind, you can't implement studying. Without a system in place, you literally cannot get the results that you want. So you need to understand these three things first. This is gonna vary by person, but for me, what really worked is that when was early in the day, I would literally get up every single morning, and literally the first thing I would do is I would just go and study in the library. This is what I did during exam season, and other students called me like a grind for this, but I personally think that's what you need to do if you want to make an academic comeback. Work while everyone else is sleeping. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. The next question is, where should you study? For me personally, I prefer to study in an isolated spot where no one else that I know can reach me. But I'm gonna be honest, when I was studying for my finals, I was studying in my college library. But the problem was that there was so many other people from the exact same dormitory, and walking in and out and everything. People are literally talking in the library. So it was really hard to focus. And if there was something that I could change about the way I studied this year, I would rather study in an isolated environment where people don't actually become the distraction. The third question is, how long should you study? And this is debatable. It really depends. But for me, a 50-minute work interval with a 10-minute break is what really works for me. There's also a bunch of science showing that 50 minutes is the optimal studying time. As for how to study, literally just grind practice problems. Do past paper questions, because those are the things that will actually be tested on the exam. The practice questions literally filter out what you're going to be tested on. You should be studying in the same way that you cram for an exam. The third thing that you need to know is you need to know how to make studying more fun. This is something that I learned fairly recently. It's called the virtuous cycle of feel-good productivity. Basically, when you feel good, when you enjoy studying, you get more energy. And when you get more energy, you have higher productivity. And when you get higher productivity, guess what? You feel better, you feel good. I know that feeling when you just complete a past paper and you finish every single question on the past paper and you smash that past paper but you get the idea, right? Because if you make studying more fun, you will literally become unstoppable. So how do you make studying more fun? I've had a whole video on like a guide on how to make studying more fun. I can show it right here. But the main idea is that you want to make studying a more enjoyable thing. Literally the next time you go out to the library or your room or wherever it is you study, think about how can I make studying more fun? And for me, it was literally as simple as instead of studying in my room, I was gonna study in my library instead. Because that change in environment was actually what I needed to make studying much more enjoyable. And because of that, I was able to lock in and have so much more focus. Most students don't even think about these little things and these little hacks on how to make studying more fun and like when, where, and how long you have to study. Most students don't even think about that. They just think that, oh, if I sit down and work, I'm gonna study and I'm gonna lock in and I'm gonna ace my exams. That's not how it works. You need to do all these psychological manipulations because it's usually your own brain that holds you back. So if you can use these little hacks to trick your brain, you will literally become unstoppable. The last thing you need to know is that you need to become a lifelong learner. 2025 is literally the best year for you to start learning new skills, make new hobbies, and just become a more attractive person overall. If you look at the most successful students, the most successful entrepreneurs, the people who actually succeed and ace life with an A+, they are lifelong learners. Bill Gates dropped out of high school, and I think Mark Zuckerberg also dropped out of high school. But the thing is, they kept learning. They were lifelong learners, even outside of school. And so as students, I think we're it's been ingrained into us that we only need to learn the stuff that we got taught in school. We should be learning even outside of school. We should be reading books, listening to podcasts, watching YouTube videos. And if you're here right now, you're becoming more and more of a lifelong learner because you're watching these educational videos outside of school. So go out there. 2025 is your year. Go out there, try new hobbies. I literally started content creation this year and I had no idea it would get this big, honestly. I was like so surprised. But that just goes to show that if you just try something new, maybe something good will happen. The day that you stop learning is the day that you stop improving. And if you want to become more of a lifelong learner, I have this community called Successful Students. I'm trying to build a movement of students who want to become lifelong learners and ace life. So if you think that you're one of these students, check out the first link in the description or in the pinned comment. Become a lifelong learner. But as always, may God guide us on the right path, and I hope to see you in the next video.